I love a good pasty, and usually they're made with potatoes and peas, but I'm changing it up and I'm going to make a tuna and kale pasty with bocconcini. Now, kalettes are a cross between kale and Brussels sprouts. So this is what they look like. You've got that purple tinge to them and you've got that green colour. They are super delicious because they're sweet, they're slightly nutty, and they're really versatile. So you can eat them raw just like this, chopped up as if it was cabbage, or you can blanch them, and that's what I'm going to be doing for my filling for the pasty. So I've got some boiling water. It's been rapidly boiling. I've added some salt and we're going to blanch these. So they don't take long at all. When I mean blanching, I mean pop them in the water. You'll see that it stops boiling for a moment. And then once it comes back up to the boil, just give it a minute or so, and then we can take them out. Now I've got some good quality butter puff pastry here, and I'm just gonna roll it out slightly so it's not too thick. So just a little bit of flour onto my pastry. Okay, this is a butter puff pastry. You can get it from your markets, or lots of delis have it now, some selected supermarkets. So once you've rolled that out, I'm going to use a cookie cutter. So about 12 centimeters. You can go as big or small as you like. Essentially, you want the circle to be big enough so you can fold it over and make a half moon shape. So we're just going to cut out our circles, and if it gets a little sticky, then just get a bit of flour and place that around the collar, and then we'll cut a few more out. Another one. And I'll just make 4 today. Great. And we'll just pop that to the side. Now, if it's a really hot day, I highly recommend putting that back into the fridge until you're ready to use it, because it's just much easier to handle. And then into a bowl of breadcrumbs. So you need about 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs. I'm going to add some tuna. Now, I'm using some tuna in spring water. I've drained that really well, so we don't want any of that moisture in there. Give that a mix, along with the zest of 1 lemon. I love the freshness of the lemon with the fish. And you can also use some flaked tinned salmon if you like with this, so you can change it up. Fantastic. Some bocconcini. So you could use mozzarella bocconcini. We would just want that gooey, yummy, cheesy finish to this. So we're just going to break up the mozzarella into big bits. And this is one of those recipes where you can change up the cheese. If you've got some cheddar left over in the fridge, some Parmesan, add it to this, it works a treat. And some spring onions. So I want a mild onion flavour. So 3 spring onions. And I just want the white and light part. So we'll just gather them and finally slice them. Okay, that is plenty. Into our bowl. And that's ready to go. We're just waiting on our kalettes. So let's drain them. I'm just using a slotted spoon to take them out. Drain them really well. And I'm just going to put them directly onto my board because I want to finely chop them. So on they go. If you wanted to stop the cooking process immediately and cool them down fast, just pop them into a big bowl of icy water. I'm just going to get straight into it because I can handle the heat here. And then you just want to run your knife through the kalettes a few times. So we'll start with big chops, gather it, and then keep chopping this until it's super fine. Okay, pretty happy with that. So we'll pop that into the bowl with the tuna and mozzarella. And in that time of chopping, it does cool down. So it's not going to be a hot mixture at all. And then another mix, so everything is combined. Now, it may look like a drier mix, but this is what I want because we are going to put it onto the puff pastry. And don't forget that mozzarella is going to melt away. So you don't want it to be too wet at all. Happy with that? Let's start making our little pasties. So just working with 1 piece of pastry at a time. We'll add a spoonful of our mixture. Don't overfill it, so about a spoonful. Grab an egg and we're going to whisk that egg, and this is going to help seal it, and we're also going to use this egg just to give it a nice sheen as it cooks. So we're just going to fold that over. Use your fork again just to press it down to seal it. And we'll grab a flat tray Pop that on very carefully. And then just using a pastry brush, we'll brush that with a little of our egg wash. Now what I like to do just to give it some extra crunch is just get a pinch of some really good quality salt. Pop that over the top and it not only seasons it, but it'll look great, and of course that crunch will be there too. So let's make a few more of these and then into the oven. Hot oven, 190 degrees, and they're going to cook for about 35 to 40 minutes or until they're really puffed and golden brown. How cute are these mini Kalette pasties? They're puffy, they're golden brown. It's exactly how they should be. And let's just pile them up onto a plate, just like that. Now you just want to cool them down slightly before serving them, and you can serve them with some tomato sauce, barbecue sauce. I've got a gorgeous relish here, and I want to break into this just so you can see the Kalettes and the mozzarella cheese and the tuna. Look at that, so good. Little dip in there. These are so delicious. And a quick tip, why not make a big batch of these, cook some to eat now, and then the others you can just bring straight out of the freezer into the oven for a fusty pasty meal.